Hi, Virgo. Happy full moon the other night. Happy super full moon. All right. 7th house of relationships, partnerships, for those of you who have Sun in the 1st house or Virgo rising. All right. Oh, we're shuffling like this. I keep forgetting. Okay. So I don't want to say anything. I would like for you to take a deep breath. Okay. Yes. Please speak for yourselves, Virgo. Okay. So there are some verbal conflicts coming up here. You have Mercury going retrograde, your planet, in Pisces. Okay, all month. Okay, so if you're with somebody, the fighting is going to be intense. And you know how, Virgo, you can get into that space where you're like fighting, but you even forget what you're mad about, but you're so mad that you're just going to keep fighting? It's like that, but it's like for 3 weeks straight. So okay, let's see what else. Okay, so 5 is also about, you know, the 5s, they drain, right? So these are conversations that are draining. These are things that are coming out about perhaps what you have said, what other people have said, that are now, you know, are now having to be explained. It's about the person is doing it, the person that's taking the swords, you know, they have that look that we're always noticing on the face, that look of smug, you know, like glee as the other people are sad, someone who takes pleasure in the sadness of others. So however that theme is hitting in your life right now, it could be that you're dealing with someone who's just being not nice at all, and you're finally at the point where you're just arguing all the time. It could be that you're being asked about some of the stuff that you've said. It could be that the person you're with has to answer for some of their, you know, for some of their words. Temperance in reverse. So if it is a Sagittarius or somebody that has heavy Sag placements, it could be that their dishonesty is coming out. Either way, communication, dishonest words, temperance in reverse, so lack of temperance, excess, this is all highlighted. Watch your kidneys. Like the way he's holding the swords to everything that's going on for you astrologically, you need to watch your kidneys. If you've ever had kidney problems before, you need to be real hydrated this month. Real hydrated. March is your month to do the hot lemon water and the little few drops of apple cider vinegar in the water, and, you know, getting the fluoride free water or getting a water filter. Pisces season, you need to take better care of your filtration. Let this saline flush you out. Because the temperance in reverse is like, it's making you see where the excess is. Where is there too much? It's all going to be highlighted. Anywhere in your life where you've been doing too much or other people have been doing too much in relation to you, if you're like, no, but I'm really like the typical Virgo, I'm super chill. So wherever other people in your life have really been doing the most, you know, Pisces season has the way of bringing that out. And what energy do we want to adopt during that? Where are we trying to get? When I'm saying that you're going to have these circular arguments, right? These like Piscean arguments. Pisces, Mercury retrograde. Just understand what that's going to mean. That's like anything that has to do with love or attraction or relationship. It's just you're driving everyone crazy and they're driving you crazy, and the arguments are endless and they don't even make sense anymore, and you have forgotten why you're even arguing or why you even started, and you wish that you had said nothing at all, you know. But here we are now, and halfway through you're gonna go, oh yeah, I think Umber said something about this at the beginning of the month or at the end of February. How there would be these horrible circular arguments, and I just shouldn't get into it no matter how much my Virgo nature wants to indulge them. Well, it's just because it's not going to solve anything. If you're getting the High Priestess next, So 1 major arcana in reverse. So Temperance is already like, dude, I'm giving up. You're doing the most. And High Priestess is like, you really need to pull it back. You really need to get into that Pisces goddess, Pisces new moon sitting on her feet right there. New moon in Pisces, March 5th, I think it is. You need to get there. And if you can get there by March 5th, that would be incredible. So how do you get there by March 5th? You realize between now and then that anything that is being said, don't do Sagittarius in reverse. Don't do the aggressive, well, I'm going to go fix it. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to, say my side or whatever. It's not going to work. The only thing that's going to work, High Priestess, is pulling back from the whole situation. Not that you don't care. Not that you don't want things to change. Not that you don't have a point. Not that you're not right. 3 of Wands, the Magician, and 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, the Magician, and the 3 of Cups. And then bottom of the deck, the Leo card with the 7 of Swords. So let me show you all of them together. Already, if you've been watching for a while, you know how much of a read this is. This 8 of Wands with the Magician and the 3 of Cups is lack of truth. This is lies. This is deceit. This is lying in a relationship. This has to do with cheating. This has to do with lying to your partner. This has to do with betrayal. The Magician shows you one thing, does another. Very resourceful. And then the Leo card and the 7 of Swords. Leo's feeling like they're losing a lot of stuff right now, unfortunately. Leos are feeling it, feeling really, really hurt and really, really betrayed. The Virgo cusp people right now, because I just did the Pisces reading and there's a Libra that came up in that. The Virgo Libra cusp right now, and the pain that's going on between them and Leos is like intense. And them and people who have heavy Leo placements is intense. And it has to do with this sense of betrayal. But even if you aren't on the Virgo Libra cusp, there is a sense of betrayal at work here, where you just, it looks, when you look at the cards, like you just feel cornered. You feel boxed in by it, and it's like that there's so much good stuff, and towards the end of the month you start to see a lot of good money coming in, and you start to make some good decisions, and you start to focus, you start to make some good decisions in terms of what do you really want from a relationship. If most of the arguments are about relationships, you start to figure things out, but then ultimately there is a moving away from. It's like you're coming up on a time where it was like almost time to make these huge commitments, and you were like, okay, I think I can do this. And then you don't. I think in the I Ching there's this part about how people who throw their hands up and give up at the beginning of relationships have a tendency to never be able to follow through on any, because they fall into the classic trap of not being able to see through the initial difficulty. They feel that it is a precursor or a sign for continued difficulty, when in essence it's not. It's a period of acclimation. So people like that have a tendency to become stagnated in their emotional growth because they never get through the growing pains of any new relationship. And here what it looks like is, not only are you getting stuck in the growing pains, but the placements of the planets is such that it will tempt you and allow for it, and will dig that, hole deeper and deeper for you if you let it. So how does a Virgo protect themselves in this environment? 1, don't say anything more, especially not anything shady. Just High Priestess. When you see the Magician energy, you know that someone is like trying to talk you into something, trying to get you to where you can tell that you're being tricked, right? You're trying to get you to do something that you wouldn't naturally do. That's when you know. That's when you know this energy is working on you. Like, that's when you have to like become present and go, yeah, you know what? This month I'm not feeding into this, because you seem a bit hyped up. And when you're hyped up, it's easy to manipulate Virgos when they're hyped up, because their emotions are up and you are so logical. But then when you're hyped, there are glitches in the logic, and people can slip into those glitches. This magician energy can slip into the glitch. The 7 of Swords can, the 5 of Swords. You see the betrayal here. So you don't want to get talked into something that later could be seen as betrayal. You don't want to get talked into something with someone who does not have good intentions for you. So it's a time to be careful, but it's also a time to protect what you love by not arguing too much with it. If you love someone, if you're in a relationship and they have serious issues with you, give it a little bit of space. Leave it until after the 20th of March. If you have messed up and you're trying to redeem yourself or somehow, vindicate yourself, it's not going to work. High Priestess energy until after the 20th, then it will make sense if you want to make a case for yourself. But also after the 20th, you have 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. You're really working hard on stuff. Sure, there's 8 of Cups as well. You have to move away from some things. But I think the beginning of the month is setting you up in a way where you know exactly what's wrong. I don't know why you want to continue to belabor the point or push an argument thinking that somehow you can, through arguing, make yourself right. It will not happen. And if you test 2019, including March, if you test 2019 in that way, I think you will be disappointed, because you want to start already thinking about your season. You want to start thinking about the harvest already. As crazy as it sounds, it's not that far away. So to me, this just looks like maintenance that you've got to do when you've got, stuff planted and stuff that's going to start coming up in the spring. It just seems like natural maintenance. But at the same time, if there is a nefarious element somewhere here of true pain and true betrayal, it is coming up. And it's coming up as karmically pretty strong, and it's asking you to move away from certain situations. So let's look at that together. Like I said, happy full moon. Here we are again. Across. It goes by so fast. Okay, all right. Love you. Let's look. Hey, shout out Vector Heart sweatshirt available here, I think. On the merch shop, there is a corresponding podcast. It's a guided meditation, and it will also be available on Vimeo. There is a Pisces season meditation that is available on Vimeo now, that you can own, and it's a guided meditation that gives you just a bit of a reset for the Pisces energies. I love it. The logo's on the back. Super cool. Love, love, love you. See you in a minute. Hi, Virgo. Do you see what I see? Communication is just so difficult right now. It's like the communication is going to be so sharp and so revelatory. You will not be able to get your point across. Just be quiet and hang back. Things will begin to move very quickly, but not in the direction that you want. And so much stuff is coming out. There is someone in your life that has been lying to you. And it is just all coming out. And I don't even think it's coming out because they're telling you. I think they're still on their excuse me. I think they're still on their game. They're still very much trying, but you just gain some perspective this month and you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. Now, Virgo, if this has to do with a with a Leo, excuse me, that you feel has betrayed you, or a Leo who feels betrayed by you, it is affecting your work and money situation, but deeper than that. It was a deeper relationship than that. Your future was tied up in it. Your future contentment and happiness and what you were working towards was tied up in it, and now you're forced to leave with just the one cup. Wow. You guys really don't want to hear this. I mean, but look, it's the reason the High Priestess energy is recommended here is because it is a period of chaotic communication. It's mutable water, Mercury retrograde in your space of love, relationships, serious partnerships, all of that, depending on if you're Virgo Sun or Virgo rising. But the advice is the same. You need to let this situation show itself to you without trying to fix it with your words or fix it with your mind. It's not going to work. Whatever is not true is just glaringly obvious now, and the person responsible becomes so obvious as well. But at what cost? You know, if it's you that's pushing for the truth, at what cost? Because it seems here, Virgo, that if you push too much, there is a great loss indicated here. I really think that you should just let people be on their bullshit if they want to be on their bullshit. I really don't think you should try to talk your way out of stuff. If people are hell-bent on thinking something, let them think it. Oh, but what if it's not true? Yeah, I don't know. Is it not true, though? We have to look for the deeper truth in Pisces season. You know that. You can know the truth and analyze the truth, but Pisces knows the truth. They feel it. And you are being asked to tap into that energy across from you, starting right at the beginning of the month. But more and more, at a quick speed, is revealed. It comes out. It hurts people. It hurts you. Things you've had for a long time, partnerships, things you've worked towards, friendships, that now get washed away with that Piscean tide. With a spread like this, I think the only thing you can do really is the High Priestess. Or you can take some control of the situation with the Magician there and manifest the outcome that you want, and get here, jump right to the end where the Eight of Cups is and say, okay, fine, I can let it all go and start again. Or you can get through it step by step. Either way, the message being that Pisces season washes away all that is not true. And that can either be a little bit, and you are doing just fine with what you need to walk away from, or it can be a lot. Having done the Pisces reading and the Gemini reading and now the Virgo reading as well, this Eight of Cups is very prominent, the energy itself. The mutables are being asked to evolve. And your evolution has a lot to do with the truth. Big, big theme. And how do we handle it within ourselves and within others? Where is the forgiveness? Where is the patience? Where is the responsibility and the accountability? All of that comes to the forefront now. We'll look deeper into it as we clarify card by card. We shuffle through for each and see what's up. All right, Virgo, I love you. I'll see you in the extended in just a minute.